Greetings, beautiful beings, and welcome to the Breathing Bar. We're in the winter solstice season. I'm so excited. I hope all of you are coming into this season ready to go inward. Your inner verse is waiting for you, and it's time. I took a few days before I did the podcast for the winter solstice because it's a very powerful, intense, and intentional season. And it's important that we move with a strong level of conviction and discipline as we lay out our plan for the season's moments to come. It's not a space within this energetic grid that we are living in to just decide that I'm just going to allow things to just be however they are. You have to decide that you are going to create the reality you want while the things around you are being what they are. And there is a difference. You creating your reality is all you can control. The things happening around you is out of your control. So to start off our winter solstice, I want to say the Breathing Bar is really excited in this season. We're coming into a powerful closure of my book. And I'll be talking more about it soon, but I'm excited because it's at the editors. So we will have a book in the next, before spring equinox, you will have a book in hand. And I'm really excited about it. That's what I have been working on really for the past 3 years. Yes, 3 years I have been working on this book. But I just kind of wanted to put that out there because it is coming. This season with me continuing to go inward, I have really found a deep level of anchoring that has aligned me with such a powerful realm of self-awareness and self-expression. So, again, welcome to the Breathing Bar, our winter solstice season. And today we're going to go into a topic that came to me, and I'm going to define it because the world according to Y.O.U has these definitions that I put toward words because I believe I have the power to do that. I don't care how you define it. So what? This is how I define it. And if it makes more sense to me in the realm I'm in, then that's how I use it. So that's just something to know for future reference. But our topic today is, are you living your heart's desires or your desires? And the differentiation between the two, your heart's desires is that place of sovereignty where you're aligned with universal consciousness, with your ancestors, with your guides, with yourself. And you are making decisions from your heart. That means you're listening with your inner ear, not your outer ear, and you're seeing with your inner eye. Some people call it the third eye. Your intuitiveness and your alignment with the now is in a beautiful, imbalanced, but yet pristine way where you're always aware of where you are at any time in your realm of consciousness. Whether it's balanced or not, it doesn't matter. But when you're following your heart's desires, you stay in that space because you're always working to get back to that mid-ground, that balance, so that you can hear with your inner ear and see with your inner eye. When you are living your desires, many times the way I'm going to define it is you are living from a space of expectations, belief systems, and desires to show yourself approved or to show yourself worthy, looking outside of yourself. So your desires are those things outside of yourself. And you're desiring them for expectations or conditioning that you have that you feel that you have to live up to. So a desire could be, I am of service to people because I need to help people because there's so much going on in the world and I need to be a part of the solution and I have to help and I have to. That's your desire. Something is moving in you that you have to do this. You may sit back at home and say, I'm tired, I don't want to, but I have to because of, or I need to because of. Or there may be something pulling in you that because you have the understanding of certain things that you need to be of assistance. The only problem with living your desires is that keeps you out of living your heart's desire. You can't live your authentic heart's desire. That space that no matter how imbalanced or no matter how many challenges you go through living your heart's desire, there's a strong level of peace. I have a strong level of peace as I live and continue to master living in my heart's desires. I create a reality that fits my ability to stay in that space. And many people would say, well, I can't because I have to A, B, C, or D. And that may be true because that's the reality you created. I created the reality that allowed me now to move in the space where I can live in my heart's desires and continue to master that realm within myself. So we still have choices. And even if your lifestyle is not allowing you to live your heart's desires like you would want to, you have the power to begin to shift toward that. Everything's always about just finding your balance again, recalibrating, transmuting. Those are words we use all the time. So in your desires, you have to really sit with them because your desires can be fabulous. I know people that have phenomenal nonprofits and all these different things that they do that are helping thousands and millions of people. But that doesn't negate if the topic of are you living your heart's desires versus your desires. You know, a lot of times because we think we're being of service and doing something really wonderful and people are really benefiting from it, that our desires are our heart's desires. And they may be, but it's important for you to know. It's important for each of us to know. That's why the winter solstice, we go deep. We shut everything down. It's not about external. It's not about others. It's about yourself. All the service you're being or you're manifesting or whatever you're creating for external, are you giving it to yourself first? Are you aligning with what your inner voice is saying to you? Are you listening with your inner ear to what's being communicated? Are you seeing through your intuitive eye to what is actually wanting to be manifested for you? Because a lot of times if we listen to ourselves, we'll find that our desires, put a lot of stress on us, especially if they're not aligned with our heart's desires. So this is where we're going to go in this season. Inward. How do you go inward? Practical questions. How do you do that? Stillness. Deep breathing. As I always will say, deep breathing is the gateway from the physical to the etheric realm because the breath is a language. And that language communicates to every cell in the body. And the cells understand what is being communicated through the breath. And once you align there, you begin to connect with the etheric realm and the universal consciousness and those working on your behalf in that unseen seen realm. Because we have to make the etheric realm, the unseen realm, realistic in how it applies in our everyday life. How do we utilize it in our everyday life? So your heart's desires and your desires. Look at everything you're doing and allow yourself to be still and listen to your heart. In your heart, again, that along with the breath is the gateway. The fourth chakra is the gateway from between the etheric, or I call it the bridge, between the etheric and the physical realm. In that space of the heart, pumping life force energy, chi, throughout the body with the breath. All of that allows for a powerful communication to be developed. In that stillness, that heart brain is able to communicate to you whatever it's been trying to say. It just needs you to be still and go in and listen. So that's where we are this week, and I want you to take that into your week. Are you living your heart's desires or your desires? We will talk soon. I'm so glad to be in this space with you where I am in my realm of consciousness. And have a wonderful moment wherever you are, because remember, every moment is a new day. Give thanks.